Alright, Joe, we're back with Callie, and so what I haven't done and what I don't want you to do, I can only control so much. What you don't want to do, and I've actually got several videos about it, so I'm not just making this up for her, but the novice trainer immediately combines the stay and the recall. And you've got to think of them as two separate things, or you're not going to have a good stay, and you're going to have a real slow recall. So, you know, you've got to be creative with a dog like this. So it is away from you. Callie! That's what I want you to think of. Your body language has to be, and that was the end of it. The end of that exercise was her taking the treat. If you always made it stay, called her to you, and always made her go around behind you, then you're like me when I was a kid. Remember I told you with the pony, with the barrel pattern? I don't even know why these people let me do it. The people at 4-H should have stopped me. You know, I would just run the barrel pattern over and over and over practicing. And then, of course, the day of the show, the pony was smart. It saw the jig was up. And it would just run around the first barrel and swerve and then just run. Like they had this real scary, like, L gate. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That they just, when you exit the arena.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, you could easily hit your knee on any of these things.
If they're not, yeah.
And so it would
fall
just
off.
take the bit in its mouth and just tear out of the arena.
Some horses do that. When it's
Well,
time for showtime, they
No,
get...
well, they do it because the people didn't train them right.
It's not always true.
No,
Some
Summer,
of
that's
them
why
just-
they do it. That's why they do it. There isn't any other reason that they do it. They do it because they weren't trained properly. If you're training a dog for show, you're always working towards that competition. You know, that's why when people say, some lawyer emailed me the other day, oh, he wants to get a shepherd, and he wants to just have it for a pet, but in a couple of years he might want to do competitions. I was like, I only want to do it when the back is turned. She's got the... Callie! So she's actually sliding in there. And I can work on my sit real close up like this. Again, I'm not going to correct her for jumping rope. What I'm saying to myself is, how can I get it to do the correct thing? Not how can I correct her? And yes, I am adding the page. I've got a really nice heel going on her. Callie! Thinking to yourself, you're controlling the head, and it really is the same as the heeling. If I'm controlling the head is going right into my hand. And I don't want it to be like a trick that, oh, I'm setting her up, you know, to try to trick her to get away from me or anything else. Callie! Yes, I am arranging it. And that's the end of the exercise. Because this dog is so young, if you try to make it do too much, your goal needs to be, I'm working towards the unbroken eye contact. I mean, that's what you got to think of. And we'll be right back. I'm going to do a little bit of healing.